Hello, hello, and welcome back to Reverse 1999. So, here we are again with the new patch, version 2.7. I'm actually kind of excited for this one because we're going in space. And, yeah, space is one of my favorite things. Astronauts and things like that, I really like learning and seeing about things about space. Yeah, I've saw the trailers and everything, and they look very cool. So yeah, let's start off and see what's new here also.
Oh,
Yep, there
you're
she is.
awake. I heard you talking.
Yeah, while Miss Radio was broadcasting the morning news, Kanjira notices Bungie nested on Hissabeth's head. Okay, that's cute. Yeah, we got one of these. And this thing gets 5 jars, which is good. And 11 levels from that. Right, the tarot card is Voyager with Star. Yeah, raw materials. Oh yeah, and we got Ezra, Junyanzu, whatever you name it, whatever it's named, the buffs. Yeah, we have this compensation for maintenance. Yeah, that makes sense. And we also have, let's see here, a 6-star selector, which yeah, I'm gonna actually use that one now. And now, I am really just kind of in a bind here. Which one do I want? Do I need Summerbeam or... I actually do need a bit of a rock DPS, but you know what? I think I'm gonna go with Anali. I kind of like her a lot. There she goes.
咁單 case 就交俾我咯噃，多謝晒老細。I'm 泥媽的士，of course you would better call me An An。得閒一齊發達啦！
Alright, there she is. Right, and let's go ahead and try to pull for her. For Hissabeth. Oh, Argus is also on the banner. Oh man. Also, ripples in the water in case anyone wants to select anyone. I guess Druvis is the only one I'm missing, so there you go. Anyways, we got also Name Day. I don't remember much of him except he appeared in what's his name? Oh my god, I can Getian story quest. So let's try and get her. Well, we get a 5-star immediately, so that's probably... No, that's not Name Day, it's Blondie. Alright. I kinda wanna say... Oh, there he is. And now let's see if it's actually her or if it's a dupe. There she is.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Burton. I'm certain we'll work well together.
Ask her about the free snacks.
Don't be rude. You know, boss, I've got a bit of a sweet tooth.
Nice. And we still don't get Name Day. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pull one more time just to see if we can get Name Day because that is ridiculous. Oh my god. Okay, maybe this one will do it. There we go. Jesus Christ, that was horrible.
Oh, hey. We've already met before at the Foundation. I'm not here on a mission at the moment, so relax. But do let me know if you need help with anything.
Okay, so we got him. Alright, I'm not gonna spend any more because next patch, from what I can understand, is gonna be the Assassin's Creed collab. And I kinda wanna save. And I kinda wanna save money or pulls on that because I want to see if Ezio is a summonable character. Either him or Cassandra, either one works, I like them both. Alexio's not as much. So, we can collect things as well. Before we go in.
Hey you!
Hey there. And let's take a look at
Back in
Hissabeth
town,
while we're here.
everyone would be busy on a Brad day.
She is planned. There she is.
Hey, Burton.
It's Burton.
Okay, that's cute. We can instantly just max her out. I'll do that one later.
You're awake.
So, without any
I heard you talking in
else,
your sleep
let's
and thought
begin.
I'd check on you.
And we're gonna go ahead and watch the trailer. I already watched it, but
door
for
was open
posterity,
before
I'm
I
gonna
came
go ahead
in.
and play it.
Space. Is it really beyond our reach? We can still save this project. All we need to do is send the monitor into space to collect data as the storm arrives.
Into space? So you mean you want me to become an astronaut?
Are you ever going to tell her the real consequences of the storm?
If this works out, then I guarantee you'll arrive home safe and sound.
You really expect me to sign this application knowing it means you're all going to die?
Miss Hissabeth, I know this storm isn't just some regular natural disaster. It's not just an old building or some candy in a store that will be taken away. It's the place I grew up and all the people I love.
If we determine the storm will inevitably swallow up the stars, then wouldn't it all be pointless?
But if something were to happen, you would be the one to survive. I need you to keep our records.
We believe Voyager 1 will continue to explore the galaxy on and on, traveling into the depths of the universe, carrying with it humanity's spirit of exploration. It is likely to persist longer than life on Earth.
In our short lives, we come up with a lot of questions about the world.
And we have to find the answers for ourselves.
We get to choose what meaning we give to our lives.
How beautiful the stars are.
There we go. Oh yeah, and also Voyager. I completely forgot that Voyager was here. How did I forget that? Yeah, also fun fact, did you know that Voyager's voice actress is the same one for Kakanya? That's kind of crazy. Anyways, then we have Gap Month. Oh my god, it's baby Hissabeth. And Revelries in the Rain, which is just normal. Alright, so how about we begin? Let's actually take a listen to the music here. It reminds me of Interstellar a little bit. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just matching every space-related thing in my brain right now, but yeah. Anyways, let's lift off. And how to find shelter. The universe is far from innocent. Oh, that's a cool intro.
Take a deep breath and relax. This is my debut. I can't fail. Not now. I have to do this for Mr. and Mrs. Kozlov and everyone in the circus. I must make them proud. Mrs. Kozlov told me that I must guide the air through my body until it finds its balance. Left. Right. Good. Now, wave to the audience and say hello. Oh no. I can do this. I'm almost there.
Steady yourself. Find your footing on a strand thin wire. Is it even there?
Я могу справиться с этим. Сначала мне нужно...
There's no absolute direction up there. Up or down depends on the reference you choose.
I think she has the right to know what the storm really is. We will still need to cross the year 1999.
Come home.
Oh, okay.
Kipperina.
Okay, so from what I gather on that, we are following that experiment Ulrich and Regulus did, right? From the satellite that crossed 1999. So they're going to space to see about that, huh?
Vitals are stable. Biometrics returning to normal.
The cosmic drone, huh? The Laplace researcher still hasn't shaken off the wariness of her journey. The medic examines her closely, weighing her emotions as she explains the current situation.
I'd heard you'd already left. Never thought you'd be back so quickly.
Oh, is this a new model? I don't remember their medical staff having eyes.
It's obvious you care about them. So I'm sure you know what to do when they wake up, Miss Pointer.
Pointer gives a nod, her eyes fixed, scanning the blinking screen beside the bed.
She hasn't suffered any serious trauma. All that Miss Kipperina here needs is rest. But considering her condition, I recommend she stays here a few days longer for observation.
Alright. Pointier doesn't respond. After a long silence, she speaks.
Thank you.
Ah,
What's the status of the others?
it was her from the trailer. Oh, does she have a measuring tape on her belt? That's kind of funny.
Miss Hissabeth is fine. She was awake earlier. For a few minutes anyway. She signed a donor card. Managed to get all her other siblings to sign it too. Not sure what we'd even do with them. That gentleman and that little salamander guy did the same thing when they woke up. Anyway, it's no cause for concern. I've seen my share of lunatics just like them. The real problem is determining treatment. There are so many details to pay attention to when dealing with these special patients. The dosage, their drug resistance. And I'm not a vet, you know? I had to seek out some professional consultation.
What do you mean you're not a vet? Are you treating like Arcanist animals or something?
No offense, but I'm glad you weren't part of this attempt. Otherwise, I might have had to face all of this by myself.
Poitier faces away from the bed and looks at staff member straight in the eye.
I may not have approved of their taking on this project, but I'm still on the team. If only the Foundation could devise regulations sufficient to control our staff's recklessness with their own lives.
I mean, have you met the other Laplace researchers?
Maybe they should consider controlling access to Pacrasma candy.
Yeah.
Forget that. Even I can't help exceeding the recommended dosage sometimes.
I'll be reporting to the headquarters of the rehab center next month. I'll let you know their average dosage by then. Anyway, I need to write up a visitor schedule. We have to make sure our patients get enough rest.
Alright. The second visitor proves just how necessary a proper schedule can be.
How's she doing? I just left the other ward and thought I might drop by.
Wait, I know this voice. The new voice is polite and warm, but still startles them.
Hello, Miss Winsong.
It is Winsong. Hey! I knew she
Her
was gonna
vitals
be
have
here.
stabilized. We're monitoring her recovery, but the initial results are positive.
Her name was in the poster. Yeah, I completely forgot to mention, yeah. The Ryashki crew was in the poster names.
We can't say precisely when she'll wake up, but it shouldn't take more than a week.
Good to hear. I'll be by to visit them from time to time, following the schedule, of course. Let me know if it's too much trouble.
You're welcome to drop by here anytime. The isolation room is soundproof, but do keep it down when you visit the other wards.
Of course. I'm just worried about them, you know. Besides, Vila and August have drowned me in letters asking about the project.
Ah, there they go.
More importantly, there's a bond between a teacher and her student.
Oh, is she her teacher?
I understand. I'll check in on the others. If you need any help, press that button to call me. By the way, Miss Pointer, Godspeed to you and your team. A bunch of lunatics working together to reach space. Pretty damn cool, I'd say.
It's an unexpected and unorthodox compliment. The surprise is written all over Poitier's face.
Ditto.
Are you being serious? Do you think it's possible we could succeed?
Listen to yourself. We. Weren't you quitting the team?
I mean, yeah, you know that NASA was able to go to space with computers as weaker than our current phones. That's kind of crazy. After a short silence, they decide not to answer either question. Winsong takes the first step, and Poitier follows her into the hallway, pulling the door shut behind them.
Your comment on Hissabeth's project. You said it was unrealistic. I don't think you really meant that. But even if you do, why not stay and give them a hand? Their latest ideas for the teleportation disk sound solid to me. This one failure shouldn't be enough to walk away.
Oh, are they gonna teleport to the space? Use the floppy disk, huh?
You've worked with Hissabeth long enough. I'm sure you'd already know if she's pursuing a fool's errand.
Poitier chooses silence again, but this time Winsong presses her concerned.
So, what do you really think?
My thoughts are unimportant. All attempts to talk them out of it have failed. And what's worse, the more forcefully I attempt to dissuade them, the more determined they become.
All right, so lay it on me. Why are they doomed to fail?
I see no reason to expend any energy explaining it.
Oh, come on. You don't cop out like that. Winsong gestures at the ward behind her.
Whatever. I'll just have to make my own judgments on the matter.
Hissabeth is an excellent researcher. Sharp and decisive. On those merits alone, she's earned my trust. My analysis points to a dangerous level of uncertainty in this project. The price of failure, even optimistically, could be much worse than a few days in recovery. There could be more permanent injuries. They could even...
Her shoulders shrink in, but her voice remains calm.
My nature compels me to do whatever I can to reduce the danger to our staff. And I want to keep my friends alive.
That makes sense, yeah.
What does it matter if we make it into space and discover whether the storm affects the whole universe?
I mean, it's kind of a big deal, right? Because, like, fucking what the hell is the storm if it can affect the universe? That's an extremely different type of scale in power, just affecting Earth itself or the solar system between the universe. It's really a big difference.
Say that we determine this phenomenon only affects Earth. Then what? We can't leave. We don't have the technology to fly off somewhere else. And if instead we determine the storm is indeed universal, and that it will inevitably swallow up the stars, well, then wouldn't it all be pointless?
Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking, what if the storm, like, it's universal, but affects each planet and star individually? You know what I mean? What if suddenly the sun becomes a lot younger for some reason? Oh boy, that would be something, wouldn't it? Like, creation young. Oh boy, that would be something, huh? Or some stars disappeared. Oh boy, yeah. Oh, I can already imagine the existential dread you could think from just that. Oh boy.
Either way, my calculations are clear. The answer is not worth our lives.
That's how you feel. I get it. So why not tell them?
I've been attempting to find the right time to say it.
The ley line scholar shrugs. She has the answer she came for.
Maybe so. Speaking of things to say, I've got some news, and I thought it was better you hear it from me. Laplace has decided to evacuate the spaceport. All staff on site are to be relocated before the end of the month.
Evacuate? Where to? There is critical equipment here that can't be moved in that time frame. Besides, this spaceport was part of our active partnership with the local government.
Yeah, but I think what Winsong's trying to say is there's gonna be a storm soon or something like that. She lifts her head, and Winsong doesn't shy away from her gaze.
Ah, we're moving to our real branch in Plessetsk, aren't we? The one on the edge of the Arctic Circle that's proven immune to the storm.
Honestly, yeah, that's probably a better place to be.
This is our storm emergency plan.
You've got it. All Laplace employees are to spend a week in the care center after reporting to Plessetsk. The local staff will be put on paid vacation, as is usual.
They both know exactly when this paid vacation will come to an end. Huh, yeah.
Hissabeth was also waiting for the right time. And I guess this is it. Sign this for her, will you? Don't worry, it's not a donor card.
Sheet of paper is held onto her.
You're asking me to sign this so that my teammates can stay here and die in the storm?
I'm not asking. I'm only delivering it to you. But they know what they're doing here.
I do wonder whose signature is this one.
That's why I want to help.
I need some time. My analysis won't be objective right now.
Yeah.
Sure. Just don't keep your teammates waiting. Our time is short.
She places the paper neatly onto her pocket, then returns to the glass to watch over the sleeping girl in the hospital bed. A few months ago, none of them would have imagined it would have come to this. Damn. Oh, it's to be continued. Oh, it's that. It's a cold rock, it seems. Alright, the Voyagers. 3 fallen stars. We have Hissabeth and a Foundation member. As well as someone over here, huh? The Voyager.
Not long ago, Voyager 2 successfully reached Uranus, marking the first ever exploration of this planet in human history. It conducted an examination of Uranus's ring system as planned. After a temporary orbital adjustment caused by its earlier visit to Titan, Voyager 1 continues its journey towards the edge of the solar system.
Yeah, by this time, Voyager 1 is almost, how do you say it? Either dead or dying. Because of the last bit of its communications is dying, right? I think that's the thing. It's too far away to receive solar energy anymore, so it doesn't recharge its batteries, and it's almost, I think it's almost 24 light hours away from Earth. And it means that a communication between Voyager and Earth takes a whole 2 days to communicate between them, to the two of them. Which is crazy.
The future.
There we go. This staticky but steady voice turned the newscast out.
We already know where they're going and what they're gonna do. Why are you wasting time on old news? As I recall, we've even got a photo from Voyager 1 taken in 1990. It's stored somewhere in the Laplace archives.
That's correct. They even have the development reports from Seaton, and the work done on meteor burst communication tech.
Alright, I'm taking a look at here, and Voyager 2 reached Uranus in 1986, so I'm gonna guess that's the time frame we're on right now. And she's referring it to old news because, yeah, obviously they're from 99, so they know this already.
But none of the archives mention the whereabouts of the golden records, do they?
Right.
So there's a chance we'll hear some new clue this time around, like, according to the sudden decrease in Voyager 1's mass, it's been speculated that the golden records were intercepted by an unknown entity.
And that's Voyager the character.
Intercepted? You make it sound like it was stolen by aliens or space pirates.
Hey, we're not far off.
A space pirate? I doubt they would have any interest in some ordinary records.
They could be a space regulus, you never know.
Now why don't you get to the point? What's so urgent that you had to switch off the radio?
Oh, I'm making a video. I didn't want the sound drowning out the recording. Should be quiet enough now.
What are you recording? Yeah, 1986. Haha, I got it. I knew it.
Hissabeth, Laplace researcher.
So I have to... Okay, I have to press.
So why was I mad enough to join this project? Call it a matter of personal interest.
Really?
Let me introduce myself in a little more detail, in case you're shocked when you get your first look at me.
Oh boy.
Are we there yet? Rats. This is no way to travel. Let me just slither, please.
Oh god, they have the chipmunks filter on them.
We don't have a choice. We're stuck with this most unfortunate mode of transportation.
Introducing 2 of the 9 siblings of the Dubois family, always loudly at odds and proud of it. Thanks to the cold weather, the others still brumating, so they haven't yet tested my patience.
Footsteps grow nearer, prompting them to look around for their source.
Welcome. Let me walk you to your office.
Oh, she's Irish. You can hear a bit.
Your ID card, please.
I think she is Irish.
Oh, my apologies.
My patience just run out.
The snake twists its body away with agility, but not fast enough. It's forced to clamp its mouth shut.
Thank you for showing me the way. Why don't we speed up a bit? This place feels as cold as a goddamn morgue. I can barely talk without shivering. When we get to the office, I'll warn them not to scare our colleagues for the 4th time.
Of course. We'll ensure the heat is kept on 24/7 inside your office. Laplace never neglects the little details.
Oh god, no, I can't place her accent at all. It looked Irish by the first way she talked, but in truth, the reptile's enthusiast is just trying to hide rudeness or surprise of seeing the cute snakes.
Here we are. Go ahead and knock on the door. Miss Pointer should be expecting you.
No, it's more Germanic. I don't know, it seems like a mix of Irish and German. Weird.
Of course. We'll ensure the heat is kept on 24/7 inside your office. Laplace never neglects the little details.
Or, no, Russian. I guess it's more Russian type. Oh my god, this accent's all over the place. Not that I want to talk about, but still.
By the way, since you mentioned the cold weather, do you need a thermostat for your lovely pets?
Yeah, the way she says lovely, and things like that, it sounds Irish, but some of the things have this accent, you know. It's definitely an interesting accent, I will say.
We try our best to meet all of our researchers' needs.
Oh, we're all good. My coat works as a kind of thermoregulated insulator. It should be fine.
It does look like a spacesuit, yeah.
Understood. And please note that the spaceboat here is just a part of our local research collaboration. Laplace's official branch in Plissiesk is actually further north, right on the edge of the Arctic Circle. It has a strict security policy, so you'll need to file an application before visiting. There's no guarantee it will be approved either. Welcome to the Plissiesk Cosmodrome.
Just a few steps out, the receptionist turns back, drawn by a faint sound. The little golden-scaled snake flicks its tongue at her, and... was that a wink?
Goodbye, little Hissy.
Oh, that's cute. The researcher disappears down the hall, and cheerfully voices ring out again.
You know what, too? I think the staff here are more accommodating than most types we meet.
Or are you just being more of a jerk than usual? Now stay out of trouble, and don't call me by my number again. Just so you know, I'm perfectly willing to tie you up by the tails if I start hearing about any missing lab rats.
Number? Okay, so was she a lab experiment? The door swings open, preventing the escalation of their family feud.
Huh? I knew I heard someone talking behind the door. Glad my ears don't need tuning. Please, come in. Are you the new researcher on this project?
You've got it. So, I take it you're one of my new colleagues?
Blah, goddamn. Flashbang. The new colleague's attire seems cold to the touch. But once she steps inside, it takes to the whole setup, she realizes that details like that won't matter too much.
2 devices, 2 chairs, and 2 standard issue desks. Is it just the 2 of us?
I expected you to be more rigorous as a fellow Laplace researcher. According to official records, we have a 3rd researcher on the team. An attaché from the local government. In theory, anyway. No one has ever seen or heard of them. It's just a name on the notice board. However, if you insist on ignoring our esteemed co-worker, who I mention out of deep respect for our local partners, then correct. It's just the 2 of us. So, what do you think of our setup? It's not so bad. At least we're in full control of our budget.
Oh, that's an actual good point.
Although I recommend setting those budget expectations low.
That's probably for the best.
Cool. Everything's more or less as I expected. An undervalued project in extraordinary times.
As always.
What kind of bizarre mind hatched up the idea of teleporting supplies directly into space?
Honestly, better than just using a shit ton of fuel that you probably can't get with the storms, huh?
Do you believe our goals are unrealistic?
Not at all. Only eclectic, let's say. And I've always been a fan of eclectic theories. They're often a stepping stone to true discovery. I'm certain that the combination of arcanum and science will one day make up the core of our civilization. We're not there yet, but...
It's only a matter of time. Perhaps this project will be the next leap forward. So far, the teleport disk we've developed is functional but unstable. It's a one-way ticket capable of travel only within a short distance. But if we can improve its range and stability, I calculate its value to society to be potentially earth-shaking.
Yeah, teleportation would be very impressive. Would be very useful too.
Looks like we'll make for quite a team.
She picks up the stack of files from the desk, leaving a small spot to lean against.
But before that, we'll have to make sure our project isn't shut down before it can begin. Which means we need to cook up something worthwhile to put in our report.
To that end, I know you're an expert in aerospace materials. Are there any specific specimens you need? I'll do what I can to source them for you. Oh, but be quick. Our resource applications must be submitted today. The evaluation process and all other little details mean it will take some time to arrive.
Let me see. No, I don't have any particular needs for now. How do you feel about fish?
What? Even Poitiers' keen analytical mind struggles to keep up with the rapid topic change. She pauses a full 3 seconds before answering.
They're fine. As are those pets you've got dangling in your hair.
Cool. Looks like I've come to exactly the right place. No nosy layabouts around to moan about my hobbies. Speaking of those pets, they're not really pets. I remember mentioning them in my profile. You didn't read it, Whatever, so long as they can hold their own. Then you threw the file into the trash, am I right?
It wasn't quite so dramatic, but yes. I briefly scanned it for your field of expertise and experience. Nothing else mattered to me.
I think that's a good place, not to get you biased or something. Just to look at what they did and what their experience is.
Still, you should get to know your new colleagues. I'm a Melusine. We have snakes for hair. So they're not pets, they're my siblings.
Okay, yeah, alright, yeah, you can see over here, they probably fused directly into her skull.
Technically, you've got yourself a grand total of 9 new co-workers. Surprise!
That is certainly new information. It's unfortunate that Laplace doesn't pay out their sharpodontes by head.
Maybe I can convince them to go in for every 2 heads?
I wouldn't predict your chances to be high, but a larger food allowance seems appropriate, given your additional mouths to feed.
Mind requesting me a corner office? I need a lot of space for my fish tank. Pets and plants help me cool off.
Whatever you want. Let's just finish the report as soon as possible. Then, we can apply for additional office space. 1 room for each of us. Deal?
Deal.
Alright. Agreement reached. Poitiers lifts her right hand. The snake stretches forward and gently taps her palm with its head.
Nice working with you.
Okay, why did it have to be the jump scare letters? It's kind of weird. Alright. So far we are still in the introduction, so yeah. So yeah, they're trying to see if the storm affects the universe or just Earth. They're trying to find more efficient ways to go to space. So far they're trying to use teleportation to do the what do you call them? Supplies. But it's still too unstable to actually launch humans up there. Public radio usage log. Next to this empty radio dock is a log that's been diligently updated with each use. Where's the radio? Public radio, 5 minutes per person per day. Listen to whatever you want, but leave the update on the log. 12:05. Restore the frequency to normal and listen to Swan Lake. 18:05. Turn to a foreign station. Adjust the frequency to avoid interference. 03:05. Attempt 39. Still no reply from the cosmic friend. Answer me. Answer me. Alright, what else? 12:05, restored frequency to normal and listen to Swan Lake. 18:05, turn to a foreign, alright. Attempt 42, observes an unusual aurora. Must be the cosmic friend. She's responding. Restoring the frequency to normal and listen to Swan Lake. Wishfully thinking inside, remember to reset the setting. Turn to foreign station, adjust the frequency to avoid interference. The turn's migration route is different from last year. Is she affecting the magnetic field? Oh my god, I can't say that word. It's not going to buy the second radio. Break it again, will bury you in the snow. Turn to foreign station, adjust the frequency to avoid interference. Attempt 106. The magnetic anomaly has reached the edge of the polar circle. I want to meet her. Off to intercept the cosmic idealist in Nirni. Break his bonds and reclaim the radio. Hope his imaginary cosmic friend is real, as if. Okay, interesting. The meaning of meaning. It carries the weight of each individual. It raises the towering walls of every endeavor. (1987), a year later.
Everything from there on went smoothly and according to schedule. It was a genuine pleasure working with Pointer. Well, those first days at least.
Hissabeth, did you go to that ley lines lecture yesterday? I couldn't make it. I've been reviewing this data for the last 10 hours. The model is a mess. Something's off. I can't isolate the issue. It could be the system compiler, or the incantation. Or maybe we missed some characters when we transcoded it.
Oh, the lecture? Yeah, Winsong mentioned it when we met her at the canteen a few days ago. Hold on.
Jared swivels halfway and Hissabeth stands, stretching before setting her bread aside. A snake holding a data card slithers into Pointer's feet.
This is Elen. She woke up just a while ago. Elen, meet Pointer. We couldn't all attend the lecture, but I asked someone to take Elen there to observe. Here are the notes.
I still haven't stopped being amazed by your siblings' telepathic connection. I wonder if there is an arcane skill that might approximate the same effect. Imagine how much faster we'd be able to share information with it.
It's got its advantages. If you're willing to accept 8 different voices oscillating between a party and a brawl every day in your mind.
Hissabeth shrugs and scoops up the little snake. It shoots up her sleeve, vanishing into her blue hair and rejoining her siblings.
Hope you don't mind. She's been a bit shy ever since we were little.
That won't be a problem. I'll get it back to you in a few days. I just want to check if the study of ley lines can help with our aeroshell's force analysis.
Is that all? You could have left a message. No need to go out of your way.
Well, and I needed someone to unload a bit on. It's been months since I submitted our resupply application, and there doesn't appear to be any progress. This slow starvation for all of us is a waste of effort. They should just cut the cord and scrap all these projects they feel show no value in the short term.
Look at the silver lining. We're sure to get our new offices.
Office space. The one thing we have in abundance here.
She waves her arms in irritation before slipping back into her usual tone.
Anyway, how are things on your side? I'm free for the moment.
I'm progressing just fine. Take a look.
Oh, it's an astronaut suit. And... oh, it's...
Excellent.
Oh,
Feel
damn, I
free
didn't
to
read
let
that.
me know if you require any help.
Damn, I didn't read that. She steps closer to the desk, Hissabeth shifts some space and lays out the blueprints. It's the circus thing, yeah. And a menu for something.
You know, for all the time we've worked together, there are still many questions left unanswered between us. I'm curious. Why did you choose this project?
The tenor of their conversation has changed since their first meeting. This isn't a test, it's a genuine concern. Time has built enough trust between them to ask.
There are many other teams pursuing the combination of arcanum and science. I think one of them is presently working on cleaning incantations and plant-related rituals.
I wonder if this is Druvis.
Why choose Plesetsk? Is it that you feel your expertise in material science will be of most benefit here? Or do you have a particular interest in the aerospace industry? Don't mistake my intentions. I'm happy you chose to join our little team. You've performed exceptionally well so far.
If I had to put a finger on it, I'd say it was curiosity. I really want to know where those golden records will end up.
She rolls the blueprints before settling into a relaxed posture.
Remember what I told you about my parents? They were studying information technology at Laplace before the first storm struck.
Hissabeth's mind has already jumped around, but now Pointer can't keep up. She knows to wait for the point to come back around.
I can't wrap my head around that stuff. My whole life has been a constant stream of information. You wouldn't believe how distracting it is to have 8 voices in your brain, bothering you night and day. Still, all 9 of us enjoyed reading. Whenever we found a particularly compelling article, we'd divide it up and each focus on a different part. We'd always have a huge brainstorm after we finished. It was a lot of fun, actually. I miss those times. I still remember the day that meteor fell to Earth.
Oh, a meteor, huh? No, it's probably earlier than 87.
Nos derniers rapports indiquent que Voyager 1 a officiellement parcouru la plus grande distance dans notre système solaire, plus que toute autre sonde fabriquée par l'homme. Dépassant Pionnier 10 d'une distance d'environ 69 419 unités astronomiques.
That means 69,100, or maybe just 69 astronomical units. I don't know if the point is like an indicator or something like that, but it's 69, if it says just 69, it's 69 distances from the Earth to the Sun.
I don't remember where I was or what I was doing, but I remember the broadcast was talking about Voyager 1. And that all 9 of us were staring at the twinkling dot on the screen.
Si la Lune se trouve à près de 400 000 km de nous, à quel point ce petit caillou était-il plus éloigné de la Terre lorsqu'il a commencé son voyage?
Oh god, she's French.
Incroyable.
That's the third French character I have. Matilda, A-Night, and Hissabeth now. Huh. Unbelievable.
We never knew the stars above our heads could actually fall into our world. What was happening up there? For all our brainstorms, we never reached a solid conclusion. Where will Voyager 1 go? Who, if anyone, will find its golden records? When will the stars stop shining? Are there researchers out there just like us living on another planet, looking for the same answers?
Probably. The universe is way too big for just us.
One little meteor brought us so many questions, and we could never leave a stone unturned.
I see. That's why you joined this project, despite its lack of immediate contributions to society.
Nonsense! Our work is critical to the future of aerospace engineering. We've got plenty of contributions to offer.
This time, she's the one holding up a hand, waiting for a high five.
Was that an attempt to cheer me up? There's no need. I'm not easily discouraged.
Palm to palm, their hands meet for just a moment.
You've warmed up a bit.
Yeah, thanks to the 24/7 heating, and because I keep all of us well fed. Speaking of, I'm headed to town to find a restaurant. Care to join me? There's some decent food in Plesetsk now, thanks to the new policies. Do you want anything in particular?
Pleasant. Okay.
Your call.
Back then, we never thought to ask why our supply application had been put on ice for so long.
1987, May.
They're terminating the project?
Yeah, figured. The noise startles the snakes. One by one they poke their heads out to join the shock. Too bad the moment already passed. Pointer doesn't have the time to snap a picture.
I understand, ma'am, but you should know that our top priority after each storm is to restore the Foundation and the LSCC to full function as soon as possible.
Yeah, that makes sense.
With our current shortages of resources and manpower, that means cutting all non-essential projects.
Non-essential? Then what is it that counts as essential? Who decided on our priority?
Yeah. Before the snakes can hiss again in protest, Pointer reaches out and grabs Hissabeth.
Calm down, Hissabeth. I understand that Mr. Ludwig did his best to keep as many projects running in Plessitz as he could. We couldn't have stayed here this long if it weren't for him, but he's only a branch leader. He doesn't get to make the top-level decisions.
They act as if all of their essential and valuable consumer technology just popped up out of nowhere. To think that aerospace engineering has less to contribute than their other projects? Mad! They wouldn't even have vegetable packets in their instant noodles without us.
That's true.
I'm sorry, but our decision is final. Please allow me to finish. As you can imagine, I have several other meetings lined up after this.
Sure. Please continue.
Madame Lucy has expressed that she is not in favor of this decision. To that end, she asked me to deliver a lifeline for your work here.
Okay, so if Madame Lucy is still calling the shots, this is before 1.9. So I'm guessing the 80s thing is like the storm that took Verton's friends? I think that's the thing. I think it's the storm that took Verton's friends.
As you know, our knowledge about the storm remains extremely limited. Madame Lucy believes we could better manage our circumstances if we could observe it in greater detail, particularly its extent. She's seeking volunteers from Plessitz for a project, one that aims to send a monitor into space in order to collect data as the storm arrives.
Two completely different reactions.
What about the other projects? Where will the researchers be assigned if their projects have all been terminated?
To this one, to go to space, I think. Pointer shoots her another look, trying to signal her, but Hissabeth either doesn't notice or doesn't care.
Most will be reassigned to other teams.
Okay.
I'm afraid there isn't much manpower to spare on our work here. That's the deal. If you want to stay on this project, then this mission must become your full focus. On the bright side, you'll have full access to all the resources left in Plessitz.
He makes a quick glance down the hallway to check if no one's around, then steps closer and lowers his voice.
I believe you two to be the most talented researchers in Plessitz, and I know you want to achieve something with your work here. Still, I think I should caution you against accepting this task. Sure, if you pull this off, you'd become a legend throughout our organization, but there's only so much value in fame and admiration.
And what would happen if we were to fail?
You die?
I'm afraid your best hope would be instant death, and it may be much worse than that. No one knows for certain what the storm can do after all.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this is worth your lives.
Noticing another researcher approaching from the far end of the hall, with luggage in hand, he steps back, readopting his cool professional tone.
Alright, that's all. I just need you to confirm that you've been informed. You'll have 24 hours to respond to our request.
After receiving the official documents, Pointer and Hissabeth return to their office. They say nothing for a long time. The weight of the decision before them deserves their silent consideration. Finishing her deliberations, Pointer clears the air.
Hissabeth, I know you're a big supporter of Madame Lucy, but I'm sure you agree this mission is a statistical death sentence. If you're struggling for a way to say no, I'll come up with it.
Oh, she's dissociating. Oh no. Her words don't seem to have any purchase on her fellow researcher. Hissabeth looks up to her with a puzzled expression.
Sorry, what? Never mind. I've got good news.
Oh boy.
I just talked to Winsong. She's got a solution to one of our major issues.
Hissabeth waves a hand as she answers, continuing her work.
Wait. Don't tell me you want to volunteer.
Why shouldn't we? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
But have you even considered the risk we'd be taking? Like the liaison said.
We'll have all the equipment we need, with a project that's progressing smoothly, working towards an achievable goal for the common good. It is almost like the universe is within our grasp. All we must do is make our teleport disc work.
Okay, so my guess is this is before the teleport disc actually works, and it, okay, I see. It's definitely before the story begins proper, before chapter 1.
It's not that simple. We'd still need an astronaut capable of launching the monitor. Who could we find that would be capable of acclimatizing to a zero-gravity environment, under high heat and pressure in such a short time?
We already have.
That's the good news. Winsong already found us an ideal candidate, an acrobat.
Hissabeth finishes her task and holds out the sheet of the pointer, a follow-up work schedule.
Here, I made a list of issues we'll need to tackle. Of course, that's only assuming you'll accept Madame Luce's mission too. I remember we talked about space exploration when I first arrived in Placets. You said you wanted to know what's going on up there too. So tell me, what price are you willing to pay for that answer?
Oh boy.
Breathe. Let the air find its balance within. Remember what Mr. Kozlov said. You must never be afraid of falling. I just have to imagine myself floating in space. That's right. I will not fall from the fire again.
Circus Barker's introductions booms over the blinding lights, followed by a wave of cheers and applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our fabulous wire dancer, the youngest acrobat of the Utrinia Circus.
Utrinia, okay.
Kiperina!
Or is the battle gonna be a mental? Wait, we didn't fight. Oh, okay. Premonition of falling, death fantasy, oh boy. Endless fantasies of worst case scenarios, yet positivity remains despite the unquenchable thirst for the unknown. An imagination that cannot be contained. It is not about giving in to defeatism, but rather an obsession for rare experiences. Okay. You know what, let's not... Experimental team is this one, I guess. Alright, let's try on. Where is she? There she is. It's on level 30, so it's not even that much of a deal. We can just bring our lower level dudes. Why not? Yeah, we probably need something else. You know what? This probably doesn't even matter. Yeah, probably doesn't really matter. Anyways. Okay, let's just bring anyone, I guess. Anyways, let's go. Let's see. Calm down and relax. It is a simple performance, no different than all the others that came before.
Our minds are as one, never alone and rarely outnumbered. Whew!
I can't afford to lose out.
We picked up this trick from some distant relations. Found it!
Anyone?
Alright.
Let me check my... Our minds are as one.
Zoom in.
Let's make this something a bit more useful.
I want to see her Also, I'm not gonna
Never
do
alone,
any
and our
attacks.
minds are as never alone and rarely outnumbered.
Let me.
Alright, let's see what her attack is. I mean, I already saw it in the
Climb aboard and
trailer,
prepare
but
to
I'm
meet
kinda
your maker.
curious.
Science. Whew. I can't afford.
I will do as asked.
The stars are within your reach.
Nice. There we go. Phew, good. Everything is going according to plan.
Is it over? That's great! Let's go back together!
Alright, that was kinda cool. Beautiful new things. A small town shimmering with light and fireworks. A wandering friend once said, "Come, take a chance." Is that Windsong? I think that was Windsong. 1987, June.
Kiparina, star acrobat of the Utranyaya Circus. Why did I join this project? Well, I guess I'm trying to help in any way I can. Like I always do.
Oops, I pressed too early, sorry about that.
The circus is a lot like outer space. It is a performance that exists within an almost weightless world of imagination. Close to reality, but at the same time, unreachable. I've come to love the life that Mr. and Mrs. Kozlov provided for us there. And I never thought it might end. Here I am, Ringmaster. How can I help you?
Mr. Kozlov brushes the little ash off his seat, but when he hears Kiparina's voice, he bolts up immediately.
Oh, Alia. No need to be so formal outside of work. Anyways, how is it you're feeling today? I don't want you to be overwhelmed. Take time for a little rest. Old Kozlov can manage things from here.
Please, it was just a thoughtless accident, and I won't let it happen again, I promise. I've fully recovered. I know you're worried about me, but just ask anyone and you'll know I'm not lying. Even Mrs. Kozlov agreed. See, I can even put on my fireworks show again.
Light bursts out of her outstretched fingertips, briefly illuminating the space like it's midday. Like a plant drawing its sunlight, absorbing it, storing it, and then releasing it again. A beautiful, if useless, arcane skill.
Oh, more beautiful than ever. It seems you've mastered the techniques that Miss Windsong taught you.
Alright, so Windsong is her teacher in a way.
There's no doubt our Alia has a budding talent for these ley line things.
Okay, it seems, huh?
Please don't start that again. I already told Miss Winsong that I had no plans to leave the circus.
I know. Such a loyal star you are. Oh, but there's something I should tell you.
He clears his throat, trying to smooth over a sudden topic shift.
We're going to hold a show up near Mirny. They say the night sky is beautiful that far north. Perhaps you might even see the aurora.
Why are you nervous?
All of a sudden? But it's so far from here. Are we in trouble?
No, everything's fine. It's just
Mr. Kozlov wrings his hand. Subtlety is not his strong suit.
Actually, Alia, Miss Winsong called me. A friend of hers would like to meet you in Mirny.
Oh, okay, that's why.
They work for an organization called Laplace. I made inquiries at the arcane market. They have a good reputation. Someone even told me that they were related to the St. Pavlov Foundation, that big organization that recruits all kinds of arcanists. We are old, Alia, but your life has just begun. If you were to join Laplace or the Foundation, you'd live a much better life than any you could have in our little circus.
But she doesn't want that. She wants to stay in the circus, huh?
Do you want me to leave?
Oh, that's the thing, yeah.
No, Alia. We just want to let you have another try. There may be some training involved, but we will not force you to stay. You can quit anytime you like. Natalia and I, we hope you will have a safe and happy life. After that last time when you fell from the wire, we just can't bear to.
Then I'll go, Mr. Kozlov, if that's what you want for me.
Oh boy. Sensing the compromise in the girl's words, the man sighs and pats her head with a broad and fatherly hand.
We don't want you to leave, Alia, but this is an opportunity for you to live in comfort and safety. You're just 15. We don't want you to have to learn what it feels like to scrounge for food in the freezing wild.
He leaves it there. Some memories aren't worth retelling, not to a child.
Let's just give it a try. What do you say? You will always be welcome to come back to the Utranyaya when you want. We will never turn you away from your home.
I've always known that.
She smiles, but it's not enough to hide the quiet weight of her insecurity.
Miss Winsong gave you her card, remember?
I forgot where I put it. I figured they wouldn't ever find the need for a living light bulb.
Alia.
So, then have you already planned a route, Mr. Kozlov? Are we traveling overland? When do we set off? And what are we taking with us?
You're going alone, aren't you?
What's the weather like in Mirny? Should I pack some warmer clothes? Oh, it's been a while since the last time we restocked the medical kit. I'll check it later. We need to prepare for the animals' transportation.
Of course. It's all in hand already. Our Alia, always such a self-starter.
No, they are going with him. Muttering, Mr. Kozlov turns away. It sounds more like pride than complaint.
The class sets a very high standard for its staff. Our Alia could only have been chosen if she were very special. Just see how she pays attention to each little detail.
The clever girl waits until Mr. Kozlov has disappeared. She rarely lies, so on the rare occasion she needs to, no one even suspects. The card's still with her, tucked inside the pocket on her overcoat. She isn't sure yet, whether she really wants to chase after a faraway, wider world.
Winsong. Ley line scholar. I still don't get it. What even is the study of ley lines? Is it like arcanist engineering? Or math? I've never seen or heard of anything like it.
It's geography, not any of those, but yeah, sure.
If I start to study these ley lines, does that mean I'll have to leave Utranyaya forever? That I won't be with Mr. and Mrs. Kozlov in the circus anymore?
I see, that's your struggle, I see. She's still waiting on that answer from her mind, her heart, somewhere. So for now, she'll go back to her room and sleep in it.
Купол нашего цирка был украшен миссис Козловой. Она хотела, чтобы он отражал красоту звезд и невесомость космоса. Какой прекрасный вид! Смогу ли я когда-нибудь увидеть его снова, если уйду отсюда? Мне стоит встретиться с этими людьми из Лапласа. Если я это сделаю, как хочет моя семья, тогда мы все сможем жить лучше. Верно?
She lets her eyes close, picturing tiny specks of light emerging from the velvet darkness behind her lids.
Одна звезда, две звезды, большая медведица. Это большая медведица и малая. Мирный. Не думаю, что мы когда-либо были там раньше. Кажется, что я уже знаю, как выглядят звезды оттуда. Как странно. Интересно, если звезды когда-нибудь исчезнут с неба, исчезнут ли они все в один день? А на что похожи их мечты?
She drifts off to sleep, Soon she finds herself walking through Myrni, holding a sparkling star in her hand. Myrni is a place in the far north where we can see the aurora. She hopes it's not all as beautiful as it is in her dreams. Beautiful. Oh god, what the hell was that?
Over there! Keep up! What the hell is that?
Damn! Is that a bear? But it's so fast!
How did it get in here? I've never heard of any kind of critter around here that can pass through walls like that.
Oh, is this, oh my god, I forgot, Voyager.
I got it! Over here! Help! Quickly!
It sounds like Voyager's voice. I'm sure they're fine like this. Oh, shit, damn it. Hello, damn it, our comms are shut. We can't reach anyone. Keep it tight, boys. Stay sharp.
Our minds are as one.
Oh, that was
Let me
weird.
take my wheels first.
Let's go.
Never alone and rarely outnumbered. Devour it all. Mise en scène? Leave it to me. Let's see those tries. No, my soul! Leave me alone.
Let's go. Sapki, here's your things.
Our minds are as one. My apology.
And that should be the end of it. There we go.
What a memorable moment, Timekeeper! Don't forget to bring me next time.
The sound of her pursuers fades into the distance. She must escape the darkness around her and move towards the light. Whenever it's light, there is life and other voices.
И продолжит исследование Урана в соответствии с первоначально запланированным планом. Voyager-1 продолжает свое путешествие к краю Солнечной системы и за ее пределы. Согласно нашим прогнозам, он пройдет мимо Проксима Центавра примерно через 70 лет.
Yeah, 70,000 years. Hand slipped out from under the blanket, fumbling around until it finally finds the radio switch.
The same strange dream again. It's gotten more and more detailed since we arrived in Myrni.
Also, Proxima Centauri is the star closest to our solar system.
I need something to distract myself. Miss Vinsong and Mr. Kozlov made an appointment to meet next week. Until then, I should continue to prepare for our show. Utranyaya is making its debut in Myrni tonight. It's a new beginning.
She peeks her head out just a little, peering past the tent flaps. Across from their circus tents stands a small restaurant, and distant sounds of conversation put her at ease. The streets of Myrni echo with the steady rhythm of patrolling boots. She hasn't seen the aurora yet, but even so, the novelty of it all makes her heart race.
I just need to cheer up and do my best.
There you go.
I guess it's also my debut in Myrni. And first impressions are everything. Maybe Mr. and Mrs. Kozlov will change their minds if I can win over the audience.
Huh. She steps out of the tent, ready for her first performance in Myrni. Ah, damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our fabulous wire dancer, the youngest acrobat of the Utrenia Circus, Kiperina!
It's like the beginning, huh? Where she falls. Oh, that's Voyager seeing her, that's for sure. Right here. Heading towards the light, she sees many creatures making noise. The sound seems to rise above her head. To see more clearly, she pushes through the crowd and looks up. Cheers and shouts, applause and heartbeats, they circle the figure above like a planetary rings. Points of light burst around the figure's silhouette. A few of them feel familiar. Those particles are worn from the nebula of her home. She looks around, smiling, in the middle of the noise. Earth is such a lively and beautiful place. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, that's her talking. That's cute. Breathe deep. Leap into the wire. Twist. Raise and salute. And they exhale. The audience erupts into applause. A perfect score for her routine.
Will they let me stay if I keep giving perfect performances like this?
The doubts buried in her chest begin to stir. On the wire, Kiperina looks back, only to realize there is no one ahead of her nor behind.
Should I move forward or back?
Instinctively, she clenches her fist and follows the cheers with her eyes. From this height, it's hard to recognize anyone. There are no friendly faces, no family. She's alone on the wire. And that's how it's supposed to be. Just like her dream, a flickering star points the way forward.
Don't stand still too long. They all want you to move on. They all want to see how far you'll go.
She steadies herself and takes another step. Move forward. The show is over, the audience gone. Mr. Kozlov packs away the stage props, his voice booming with pride.
Natalia and I were a little worried for you back there, but it seems our worrying was for nothing. The show was even better than we hoped. You did such a good job, Alia. The audience was thrilled. I knew we came to the right place. I'll ask Natalia to prepare us a proper banquet tonight. Something to reward our darling Alia and celebrate your new job at Laplace.
We still don't know about that yet, but I'll try my best.
I know you can do anything once you make up your mind to do it. And now, I must go discuss tonight's food with Natalia.
He walks off, still rambling. With the props in hand, Kiperina looks around. The massive tent now holds just two small figures. One is her, the other one is the girl from before. The girl seems lost in her performance. In the performance, she stares up at the stage, her eyes just as bright as the stars that guided her to the other side of the rope.
Perhaps she's taking a break, or waiting for someone.
She knows that Utrinaya never turns away lingering audience members, but talking to new people never has been her strength. Still, the show reminded her, sometimes it's worth taking that step forward, even if you don't know what comes next. She doesn't hesitate this time.
Hello?
Oh wait, that's how they meet. Cool. I'm really kind of curious what role Voyager's gonna take in this one. And with that, I think I'm gonna leave it at that for now. Let me take a look how many stages does this thing have. 18, roughly. There should be a little more forward. Alright, we're almost at half. Let me see. Right, on 6, 7 roughly it's half, so we're a third of the way through. Alright, that's gonna be it for now. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time in Reverse 1999. Ciao.